Hello everybody, in today's video, we're gonna play Arcaea on the Switch! Oh my god! It's on the Switch! And I got it early! What? I don't even... Everything about this release is a massive surprise to me. Because 2 years ago, I was looking up the mobile rhythm games that had Switch ports, and Arcaea was not one of them. And I honestly just thought to myself, okay, maybe Lowiro is just that kind of company. And I just, no, they actually did it. In my really old video about Arcaea, I said, in today's video, we're gonna play some Arcaea. This video isn't sponsored, I sure wish it was. Yeah, this video is possible because of Lowiro. I'm not being paid money to make this video. I was already going to buy the game the moment it releases and like play it, but they got to me first. So they gave me the game for free and they gave me an early access. So I've been playing with the game for a bit and just play Arcaea. Please, play Arcaea. It's a good game. Alright, so I'll just explain what Arcaea is real quick. Arcaea is a 3-dimensional mobile rhythm game. You tap the typical 4 lanes and you have these things called arcs where you move your finger around. Red means right, blue means left. Just like the Switch colors. And they can move in 3 directions, so you gotta follow them with your fingers. Like really complicated hold notes or slides. They also have these things called air notes where there are grey notes that are in the air. They can be placed anywhere as long as it's above the ground. And that's Arcaea for you. It's a really fun game. I made an entire video already about the mobile game from 2 years ago. Go watch it if you want to know more. Because I'm gonna be brushing over a lot of the basics in this video. Because oh my god, I have to show you guys the Joycons. Alright, let's start the game. Let's go. So this game, it looks mostly like the mobile version, except that there are now icons for different things. Like the settings and changing your partners is holding down R here, yeah. So in the Switch version of Arcaea, there is no online accounts. There is no account system. There's no friend system. So there's no username up here that there normally would be. Okay, let me just show you guys the settings first. You can change the note speed. You can show your potential, hide it. I normally hide it. I forgot to hide it earlier. It's not like it matters. There's potential here. It's not my real potential. They also have things like offset and audio preset, which is honestly really interesting because it saves a couple of presets that you can change. And if you change the preset like this, if I want to make it maybe 300, it actually remembers it. So it saves in presets and that's so useful, especially when you're docking the Switch and playing Arcaea on TV, which is the strangest thing I've ever experienced. So the colorblind mode and the usual FRPM indicator. Oh, quite a difference here actually. I didn't realize. And yeah, there is no memories on the Switch version because there's you don't need to pay for more things. This should be how the game will look like when you start it for the first time. Yeah, so you can change the control type. And oh boy, Joycons. Oh, I love it so much. Yeah, I think this is the same tutorial music as the mobile one. So these are the bottom notes. I noticed that they don't bind to any button in specific. As in, like the left button doesn't only press the left lane, it presses like either of them, so it doesn't matter. You also can use the shoulder triggers to hit the floor notes actually, and the shoulder buttons, yeah. Alright, now for the arcs. People were worried that the arcs would be the part of the game that would play the worst, but it actually plays the best. Because it makes sense, it's intuitive. You move the Joy-Con in the direction that the arc is moving. You have 2 Joy-Cons. The only problem I can see would be Joy-Con drift. Other people have already pointed this out when the trailer was dropped. Yeah, you can use the shoulder buttons to actually hit these. Oops, no, I didn't press the button. Oh, the tutorial's wrong here! I didn't even realize! Let's go to the advanced stuff, like how do you hit sky notes. Alright, advanced tutorial time. Where the sky note is doesn't matter. As long as you press the button that relates to the color of the sky note, you can hit them. You can hit them with your triggers as well. So you have 3 buttons to hit, well, anything on each side of the lanes. It sounds like it makes the game a lot easier, but it actually makes the game kinda hard to read. And that's for the tutorial. Oh yeah, another thing. In the Arcaea free pack, all the songs are fragment unlock based. So instead of going through world mode to unlock the free songs, in the mobile at least, you just unlock them with fragments. So as you play along in the game, you can unlock them, which is honestly much better than the world mode thing, in my opinion. Oh yeah, by the way, these are the packs. I noticed that there are quite a lot of packs missing actually. That explains why the price of this game is like 40 USD. But I imagine the reason why they cut out all the collab packs is because of music licensing, most likely. And there's a few other newer packs that are missing, and it's most likely because the packs that are missing just haven't been made yet when they were working on the Switch port. I should show you guys the new pack, the exclusive Switch pack, Divided Heart. I should play this on Joycons. It's just to show you how ridiculous this is. Oh, by the way, this is a banger. This is my favorite song in the newest pack. I'll show you guys how it looks like to play Joycons on a really difficult song. Holy shit. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is really hard to read. If you see 2 red notes on the screen at once, you have to use 2 buttons to hit it. And by the way, it's very easy to not be able to tell which direction the arc is going, so you end up dropping it. Feels good, man. I lost potential. Oh, right. Potential. You have separate potential when you change from touch and Joy-Con. But yeah, I think I'm going to just switch to touch right now because, oh my god. Such a banger song. Let me just show you guys another song then. On normal touch. The thing about Switch is that the touch screen is actually really good for mobile rhythm games, actually. My only complaint is 60 Hz, but like, the Switch literally only outputs at 60 FPS, so yeah. I love this game so much. It's really fun. Oh, there is one thing I noticed on Joy-Con though. You notice that for Joy-Con, you can press a lot of things, stuff like back and retry when you're on Joy-Con mode at least. But I noticed there's no dedicated button to click here, which would tell you how many earlys and late you've hit. So I don't know how you're going to find out how many early or late you hit on a TV, you know, when your Switch is docked. Hey, let's talk about the partners. The latest, newest partner. She's cute. And I won't say anything about the story. I won't spoil. I'm a huge fan of the story. Alright, let's talk about world mode. Yes, they have world mode in the Switch version, which means that you still have to grind to unlock songs. Except that now you don't need stamina anymore. There's no more stamina in the game. And I think it takes less steps to climb the steps. Okay, so the thing is that world mode is for unlocking songs, and I realized that you actually can't just unlock whatever you want. I know in normal world mode right now, you already have an order of what you can unlock. Like when you're in any chapter on world mode and you click on something, these are the songs available and this is the order of the stuff you unlock in. So there's already kind of like a restriction on which order you can get songs because of world mode, except that this is even more restrictive. In the Nintendo Switch version, world mode is tied to story mode, which by the way, story mode now has illustrations. Like She's so pretty! The best girl. So the thing is like, gameplay is really tied to the story now. Which is great, because I love the story. Except that the game looks so open, because you're like, oh shit, there's so much options. Except that you realize that you can't play Vicious Labyrinth until you finish Eternal Core. Which means that you finish the Eternal Core section in the story mode. And then you can touch the things in Vicious Labyrinth. And the same if you want to reach all the way back Fate. To be honest, I don't hate that they're doing this, because I see so many new players in Arcaea, they instantly buy Black Fate because I'm going to buy the hardest pack, play the hardest song and fail miserably, and it will stunt my improvement as a player. So they're probably doing this because it's much better for any player to climb up. Except that now if you want to get to the side stories, like let's say I want to play Sunset Radiance, they say unlock in world mode, right? Okay, let's go to world then. Then I click on it. I have to have the pack Luminous Sky to unlock the pack, and then I can get this. So basically, if I want to play Sunset Radiance, I have to go through the Eternal Core so that I can unlock Luminous Sky, which is about here. And then when I unlock this, then I can unlock Sunset Radiance. And okay, that might not be so bad, because in a way, you're making people just play the story. Except it's really ridiculous on some of the packs. Like, Absolute Reason. You need Adverse Prelude, which means that you need to go through like 4 packs before you can like play and unlock this, and you still have to grind to get the stuff in this. But anyways, I'm making a huge tangent about the story. Alright, I almost forgot. The memory archive. So it doesn't have every song in here, but oh my god, there's Psycho Stronger. Oh my. Okay. Although the way you unlock Memory Archive songs now are really different. On the free pack, it's all fragments only. Memory Archive is also world mode. Except the way it works isn't like the rest, which would mean that you need to do like pack unlocks. These Memory Archive songs work differently. They require total step requirement in that chapter. Okay, so the game is just really grindy. But the grindiness is not as terrible as the mobile version. I noticed for songs, in general, the amount of fragments you use to buy them is different. Like, the amount of fragments you use to buy songs are just cheaper. But however, although fragments are cheaper, I noticed that the unlock conditions for a lot of songs now are a lot stricter than before. Back then, you just needed to be able to clear a song. Now, they need you to clear with a grade AA or above, which is quite a lot, especially if you're someone who's like still getting into 9s and you got a double A, like really difficult 9s like Sound Witch and Trapola before you can unlock Conflict. Honestly, I don't hate that because I always see so many newbies always rushing to the hardest difficulties. Overall, this game is just surreal. The fact that it's on Switch, wow. So the whole song grinding thing for the packs just to unlock side packs was really weird to me at first. And I really did not like that in the first 10 to 20 minutes I played. But then somehow, after the first hour, I felt like I was having fun grinding in the game for some reason. Because unlike the mobile one where you are limited by how much you can progress in the game because of stamina, which is time-based, you now don't have that restriction anymore. And the number of steps for each step seems to be more lenient, although I noticed that in the later chapters it does get more grindy. But it actually felt like I was working towards something than just practicing songs, which is the experience I usually get on mobile. And the only time I get the experience of working towards something is when there's a new event on Arcaea. And so, like, the game making me relive the entire experience all over again, except it's the entire game, it felt kinda cool. So should you buy Arcaea for Switch? Well, if you have a Switch, honestly, go for it. It's so good! I mean, especially if you've never played the game before. Honestly, just buy both. Do it. Do it. Honestly, this Joycon playstyle is like kinda low-key cursed, but I quite like it. Definitely a game you should buy if you don't have an iPad and your phone is not great, but you so happen to have a Switch somehow. Arcaea's main story has updated quite a bit since my very first Arcaea video, and latest update, I can't believe Hikari and Tairatsu actually ended up. And yeah, honestly, that's about it for Arcaea Switch. It was a huge pleasure playing this. It's been over 13 hours of me playing this game straight, and I don't think I can see what's in front of me anymore. Also, fun fact, you can progress in the story without unlocking the hidden song, which is interesting because I think you have to unlock the hidden song on mobile. And yeah, that's it for Arcaea Switch. Please buy the game! Honestly, Arcaea Switch is great as a standalone game, except that I think most people will not recommend you buy it unless the game keeps receiving updates. To which I asked Lowiro if they were going to keep updating it, and they said they were considering a DLC in the future. I really hope they keep the game up to date because Lanota Switch, it died because there was no updates. I think one pack here is $5. You already have $25 just right in front here. And then you have another like, what, $25 here. And like the memory archive songs, each of them is $1. So like, whatever you get on the Switch is just, it is on a discount. So yeah, get it. The game is going to release on May 18th. So please, go get it soon. I put it on A tier in my written game tier list. It's that good. And even though it's so grindy and I felt like I was dying midway during my 13-hour grind on world mode, the game managed to keep me hooked for that long. And when a game manages to keep me hooked for that long, it's a good game. So please, at least try it. and again, thank you Lowiro for sending me the game early. It's a pleasure. Thanks for watching. Why don't they just take the lift?
There's a lift?
I mean, they can just fly. I mean, bitches, she can fly. I mean, she doesn't fly, but she fell from the fucking sky.
Like the game actually shows her falling from the sky.
Look at Alba Outro.
She looks so happy.
She's from the sky! Alright, I'll just pause that. Oops.
Oh god,
That's...
if you like break your phone.
No. That's a bro moment that I restarted my song. That's a waste of effort.